Hi, everybody, and welcome to this class online. This introduction, although it's going to probably mention astronomy a lot because it's actually intended for the astronomy class. Since this is an online class, all of your materials in terms of testing, in terms of assignments, whether assignments are reading, quizzes, discussion items, all of these things are going to be hosted on Canvas. It is a good idea to make sure that your Canvas login is secure and you know how to get to it. And once you do that, you're going to land on the page of the course. So let me share with you the screen of how that looks like. Again, this is a typical landing page. This is for the spring of 2022 for this class, and it's similar to your class if it's not your class already. What you will find in here is some general information about the class. One of them, which is an important point of it, which is the models link. This is where everything happens in terms of content, in terms of assignments. So you're going to be clicking on this one. There is this item also of importance that I think is important for you guys to know about it, and that is to click on it, and it takes you to an open topic class discussion, meaning you can put whatever input you're going to put in there, and you may choose to put it anonymously also, and you can subscribe to it too to see if anybody posts something so that you can go and look at it. This is all the content that is related to the class, any discussions that you wish to share with your peers, any links, any things of this nature. And if you need help with your classwork or something else, you can post it in there. Obviously, I have access to it and I'm also a subscriber to it. So I also check it. If there is anything that pops up in there, I get the feed also and try to help as much as I can. And if you have any comments, please do them in there too. The syllabus of the course online is in here, and this is the printed version of it if you'd like to print it. As I was saying, this is basically the course objectives. Also, some important links in here, if this pops up. Okay, so the format of the course, this is again the course on, this is exactly the same link. There's an important software for this class that we're going to be using. So all the resources for your class are going to be here. So it's important to look at them. And some information, if you really choose to, for example, if you need help with from the DSPS, these are some useful links also. And again, of how we communicate. The main thing in here as far as the communication is concerned is that I come in here to my inbox and I send a message to me. I mean, if I were a student, of course, I send a message to the instructor, and that is where mainly I respond to you. So I usually take at most anywhere between 24 to 48 hours. Most of the time it's within hours I respond to you. This is Monday through Friday, okay? So this is basically what you can take from it. This is also my personal email address, and actually there is also a phone number that I provided for you in here. And in terms of grading, and in terms of assignments, please look at it. Usually I don't accept late work unless you're explicitly given the permission for it, okay? Some useful information also in terms of parking, if you choose to go to the campus, and if you really need help with something else, or if there is anything of general safety. Again, the key point in here, most of the time, you're going to be spending your time on the models. Once you click on it, you're going to be taken into the units of this model, and each one of them has specific topics. Sometimes they're sequential, so it's important that you guys do them in sequence, and sometimes they are not. So it depends on the topic, and that's how you basically go about your doing your work. There are some notes. Sometimes there are quizzes, and sometimes there are discussion items, as I was saying in here, like this one in here. So this is most of the time, any exam, anything is going to be in here for your class. Again, if you have any questions, please send me a message through the inbox, or if you choose to, through my personal email address, and I will be there for you. From time to time, I will be sending you messages through announcements also, where I will invite you, for example, for a session if you guys choose to come live, or if it's on a one-to-one basis also. This is where I will send you the links to any announcements for links for those sessions so that we can meet. This is a brief introduction. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you.